Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Planescape Torment. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we talk to basically a thug, or a barking thug. I'm not really sure. His name is Starved Dog Barking Thug, and he's almost naked, but the dirt kind of covers it up a little bit, so I'm just gonna say greetings. The man whirls on you and gives you a low growl. He draws out the growl for a few seconds, then starts barking violently at you. In the distance you can hear answering barks. They're coming in on me, aren't they? I'm gonna do something crazy here. I'm gonna snarl back at him, baring my teeth. The man's barking ends with a snarl, and he leaps at you. Well, if this is how you want to die, Wolfman. Is he actually a wolfman?
I'm hurt.
I know. Just take it easy. Okay, let me get you out of there. No!
Like death's come for the bill.
I'm gonna reload.
You know, I was just sitting here wondering whether you were gonna get up. And
No,
you
I'll
have to go spoil my fun.
Okay, let's get that back. Let's try and say hi. But I might want to like I said greetings. Oh, he goes with that again. But I might want to actually try to kill him. Because I think it might be possible. I know you're hurt, but I'm not going to heal you. Morday's going to do most of the job here. There we go, see? That's what I'm talking about. What does he have? Ooh, a bronze bracelet. Okay. These are good because I know I can sell them. Not these things, though. Iron Spike, I'm going to keep one. I'm going to keep one of each of these because you never know if they're going to be portal openers or whatever. Cobblestone. We got this, so it's just, it still has brain dripping from it. But there we go. That was that terrible thing over there. And we died.
Right.
Anything up here? This looks very interesting. I can't really rest. Can I? There's no rest button, is there? No. Because we're seeing everything is underground. Oh, or everything is nighttime so far. These barrels are probably here to catch rainwater. The only thing that fills them is dust. Yeah, but because we've been, you know, at nighttime for so long, like the whole city is just shaded in that. I do know where I can sleep, but yeah, well, this ash-covered tree looks like it has suffered greatly since being transplanted here. So this is like the other tree. Like the other trees that we found last episode. There's a guy over there that mourns for trees. That's actually his name, mourns for trees. Painted door to the tenement of thugs. Well, that's gonna result in my death, most likely. What you first took to be a door in this archway is actually a painting. The artist has made use of the shadows of the overhanging arc and some subtle texturing effects to give the door the illusion of substance. Let's examine the door. Other than the skill of the artist, there is nothing remarkable about the painting. The door has been painted on a rough stone wall. You can feel the stone and mortar beneath the painted wooden structure. Okay, let's leave the door alone. But I'm thinking this might be a portal. That's interesting. That is interesting. Okay, these guys, I'm not gonna mess with them because there's no need to. A barking wilder. This wild-eyed man... Oh, is it like the other ones? No, he's different. This wild-eyed man is hunched over, snarling and giving low growls. It looks like he hasn't trimmed his hair in years. It's so long it forms a veil over his eyes. He has a long, stringy mustache caked with grease and sweat, and the tips of the mustache droop so much that they have become tangled in his ragged beard. Well, I'm gonna say, should I growl at him? Let's growl at him. The man stops in mid-snarl and reaches up to part the curtain of hair that covers his eyes. As his withered hand pulls away his dirty locks, several strange puce-colored, I don't know what puce is, but puce-colored bugs fall from his hair. And if you thought the disgusting part of the game was done because of the mortuary, no, we've met plenty of disgusting people so far. And this guy's got bugs in his hair apparently. They're falling from his hair and scattered across the cobbles. Behind the cloak of hair, the man's flesh is moon pale and creased with wrinkles. His thick, bushy eyebrows form a V as he stares at you. Hand might take the moon fly too? What? Take your hand and fly to the moon? No, that's not what he says. There's a Let me tilt my head to one side and, as if studying him. I think these guys might actually be sort of werewolves. Let's see what happens. The man frowns, but his eyebrows tilt upwards in a reverse V. Man, those are flexible eyebrows right there, creating a bizarre expression, you wouldn't say. You have no idea how he accomplished the facial expression, but it makes you uncomfortable watching the muscles beneath his face shift into the new patterns. You can't tell whether he's angry, curious, both, or neither. Singed. Is singed or singed? He's saying something. Singed kiss speak a man. Answers prefer a wood woman heart. Huh. A single kiss speaks a woman's heart, but a man's answer is what you would prefer? Answers prefer a single kiss. Oh, singed kiss speak a man. I think my intelligence might be allowing me to actually get this line over here. Very well then, but know this, my answer is a question, and an answer from you is what I would prefer, let's say that. The man seems mesmerized by your voice. That's interesting. That's really interesting that his reaction is like that. With every word you speak, a light flickers in his eyes. Barking wilder am I. Yeah, I know, that's your name. I am. A wanting, he says. Asking a, may you may? You may and I will. Let's go with, yeah, who or what are you? Chaos. Chaos? It's chaos? He stutters out the word, as if having difficulty, yeah it is, difficulty getting his tongue around. Some say Zausitex? I say Stekiosox. Oh, that's their name. Oh, that... Chaos. Oh, that's a... Oh, Chaos. Oh, that's because of the multiple ways you can pronounce the CH. Chaositex? But it's... Stekaios? I have no idea. So weird to read. Chaos Man, he says. Man, no. Nemmo. He's mixing up the consonants and stuff. Man, yes. Man, no, man, yes. Yeah. Three no's make a yes. Three no's make a yes. He hunches down on his knees and begins to rock back and forth, singing in a childlike soprano. Chaos Man, hop along home. A faction it is, yet we are alone. Okay, so you are one of the Chaos Men. Very well. I had some other questions. He claps his hands delightedly, like a child at a festival, then gives a howling shout. Question! Okay. So it's interesting that I can just follow up on what he's saying. So yeah, do not shun this question. Are you one of the Chaos Men? But if you're not reading what I'm reading right now, if you're just listening to my voice, this is gonna be a very, very confusing to you. I'm gonna try and just be as clear as possible, but yeah. Are you one of the Chaos Men? Okay, so he goes back to what he said before. I can join? I don't want to join. I'm looking for a man named Farod. Do you know of him? Barking Wilder shrugs, then responds in a sing-song voice. Fair odd? Not fair, not odd. Lost not, help not. He growls to himself as if to clear his throat. Maybe you lose him first, then ask me, then fair odds it will be? Well, to lose him, I'd have to find him first. Nah, I had other questions. I'm looking for a lost journal. Do you know where I might find one? Oh! He frowns, squints his eyes shut, then opens them back up. When he speaks again, his voice is level and straightforward. It's like a different, saner person is speaking. The effect is eerie. More than one lost, more than one must you find. Each part of you had one, so more than one must you find. I suppose. He blinks and shakes his head for a moment as if surprised at himself, then chuckles uneasily. Can you tell me where at least one of them is?
Updated my journal.
He looks like he is about to object, then suddenly his left fist comes up and smacks him in the temple. Oh my god. He howls in response, then suddenly stops, blinking. One is in a cupboard in your guest room, in the hall of the sensates, and another is on the walls of a tomb sealed deep beneath the city where the stones weep. The others are. Before he can finish, his right fist comes up and smashes him in the face. Oh, wait a minute, the other one was the left. So it's like half his body is one thing and the other half is another. Because the right fist comes up and smashes him in the face, causing him to yowl again. He blinks and shakes his head for a moment, as if surprised at himself, then smiles uneasily. Okay. So, Hall of the Sensates. and then the tomb beneath the city. Where's the Hall of Sensates? Barking Wilder holds up his hands. He doesn't seem to recall what he just said. You said there was, one was in a sarcophagus beneath the city. Where? Barking Wilder looks frightened for a moment, then points upwards with a hopeful expression. There? He gulps. He doesn't seem to know, and for some reason you believe him. Yeah, okay. Well, I had some other questions, I guess. May I join? Oh, may I join the Chaos Men? He looks at you, askance. What? Askance? He looks at you, askance, shrugs, askance? I don't know that word, I'm sorry. Then, bends forward to sniff you. Squat, stiff, lank, dank, damp, tramp, cod. He snorts and growls to himself. Sod! Well, that would be a no, I suppose. Very well. No asking today. Farewell. Well, says Morte, that's a tree with one snapped branch too many. Morte rolls his eyes. No sense in chatting with Zausitects, Chief. They're a barmy bunch. Who are the Zausitects again? Well, they're a faction who don't have any rules, except don't keep one thought in their heads for too long. They're sometimes called Chaos Men. No need to explain why. How do they get members? Well, they seem to attract members like flies. Well, members that are crazy or chaotic enough, I suppose. I don't think they have any recruiters, though you really can't say anything about them for sure. I see. Thanks for your information. Okay, so the chaos there is, I suppose it would be mostly for chaotic alignments. Because we are, after all, in Dungeons and Dragons. Even though my alignment right now, let me, how do I tell... statistics screen? Yeah, my alignment's still true neutral, or neutral good. Oh, no, I'm neutral good! Okay, well, I changed that. That's fine. Neutral good is good, I suppose. Okay, that guy's gonna mess with me. I don't want to mess with him. And we have harlots. We have, basically harlots all over the place. And an angry hive dweller over there. Because of the harlots? I don't know. Anyway, let's go in here. See if we can heal up over time. It's gonna take a long while, though. Oh, this is Fell's place. We read about him before. Apparently, yeah, he's one of the Danas or whatever those things are. But he doesn't float. That's an interesting thing. An unusual work of art over here. Huh. This looks like a clock, but there are no numbers or hands on it. Yeah, that's... Then why? Then it's probably not a clock. If it looks like a clock and it doesn't work like a clock, it's not a clock. Because you're just, you know, it looks like a traditional clock with hands and numbers, but it doesn't have those, so it's not a clock. What is this thing? A pattern of barbed black branches have been inscribed on this wall. Yeah, interesting.
I'm gone.
And over here, a burning skull has been inscribed on this wall. Two symbols of duality flank it. This design seems to be a shadow casting a shadow. The silhouette of the shadow makes it unclear whether it is a man or a woman. Okay. Then let's have a chat with Fel over here. You see a Dabus, that's their name, yeah. But something about it strikes you as odd. Yeah, he's not floating. It has some shock of white hair, the same greenish cast of its skin. Shock of white hair, the same greenish cast of its skin, the same pair of goat horns. Then you suddenly realize this one is walking on the ground, not floating. Well, yeah. For some reason, that makes you uneasy. Yeah, I had some questions for you. The Dabus waits you. Who are you? As you are about to ask, you suddenly realize you already know the Dabus' name. His name is Fel. Oh, duh. I didn't ask his name, though. His name is Fel. As if in response... The Dabus inclines his head slightly, and a lone symbol appears above its head. It is blurry at first, then resolves into a white oval with a black lightning bolt through it. Yeah, that's his thing. I feel like I know you, Fel. Fel bows reverently, and a stream of symbols swirl about his head, rotating clockwise then counterclockwise. It takes you a moment to translate. This is the first time, and not the first time, you have come to this place. Okay, which means that this is not the first time I've come to this place. Because it can be the first time, since what? It doesn't say. Do you know who I am? Another series of symbols materialize quickly and sharply into focus above Fel's head. The translation comes to you just as quickly and sharply as the symbols themselves. And as if you have translated the exact same string many times before. Yes, but I am not permitted to tell your story, he says. Excuse me. Why not?
Updated my journal.
For a moment there is no response from Fel. Then a stream of rebuses appear, as if trickling out of Fel's mind. My apologies, I cannot change the nature of a man. You can't explain why, but the last sentence sends a crawling sensation through your skull. I have never seen this in the game, but I know this sentence from, it's just common knowledge if you know this game. What can change the nature of a man? I think that's how it goes, but he can't change. He is not the one. He's not the thing that changes the nature of a man. And I don't really understand that in the context of all that we've learned so far. My character certainly doesn't. Nature of a man. What does that mean? The symbols that appear above Fel almost mirror the previous stream. My apologies. I cannot say. Yeah. Okay. What is this place? A slow train of symbols materialize around Fel's head. The symbols take several moments to resolve, starting with simple lines, then fleshing themselves out into breathtaking colors. This is where I tattoo color and life upon flesh and bone, he says. Can I see what tattoos you have? Oh! What? This is a game mechanic? Well, he doesn't buy my things, which is a shame. You can't get these tattoos. I can get some of these tattoos. Slots? That's not what I think it is. How does this work? This tattoo recognizes your efforts to calm the restless dead of the mausoleum. You may draw upon their gratitude to bless yourself or your companions. This tattoo has only a limited number of uses before it vanishes. Okay. Also, somebody told me in the comments that Morte's special ability would work in the mortuary. So I'm not really sure what I should have done, but I didn't do that last time I was there. We'll get there later. Doesn't matter. So this is temporary. All of these. Yeah, this is a bless. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that invokes the bless. Okay. Tattoo of the skull. For all Morte's fault, he can't get that. Having him as a companion makes you seem more capable and not so much of a stranger to Sigil's streets. This tattoo reinforces that bond, giving you +1 to charisma, and when invoked, it also lends you some of Morte's luck and his ability to shrug off anything that would otherwise cause him to stop talking, such as paralyzation or stunning. It doesn't remove my wisdom, which is not good. So, yeah, right there. Unfortunately, it also gives you a penalty to wisdom, which is not hard to understand considering how little Morte has to spare. Yeah, not gonna do that. This tattoo has 2 concentric rings. I think it's permanent. When inscribed on the skin, the wearer's perception of distance is imbalanced, so it gives you +1 taco. That's okay. This one gives you +1 strength. It's permanent. This one is +2 strength. This one is plus intelligence, which is pretty decent. This one is +2, and I can't use it because I'm not a mage. This one I can, though. Tattoo of the Spirit. This tattoo adds a slight bonus to the user's wisdom and of the action. Gives the wearer's reflexes an additional edge, making him +1 dexterity, basically. Of health, plus constitution. I wanted something of healing. That'd be nice. +3 base hit points. Armor class. Okay, that's not too bad. Only fighters can wear that. I might go with that. Just to see how that goes. Because, I mean, armor class, right? So I have the tattoo of warding over here. How do I... Oh! Oh, I have many tattoo places. Oh, that's really cool. And my armor class goes down to 9. Lovely. Why is it... Oh, sure, whatever. Okay. So, yeah, I don't really have very good armor class. I think I threw away all my robes, didn't I? Yeah, doesn't matter. It's all good. Let's continue having a chat with him. I had some questions. What lies beyond that curtain, Fel? That curtain up there. A caravan train of symbols slowly materialize around Fel, one by one. It is my gallery, he says. Your discarded skins are my canvas. I admire you. I'm saddened for you. Saddened for me? Why? Another caravan of symbols form around Fel. This time forming a circle. The mark of torment lies upon your flesh. That's the name of the game right there. Tragedies and loss have built themselves upon it, like stones upon a foundation. You have endured great pain. What do you mean? A long string of rebuses appear above Fel's head, then surround his arms like manacles. I admire you because you have never surrendered to the weight of these losses, despite the fact their chains hang on you still. Go on. A long string of rebuses appear. Okay, so that's... Oh, this one covers him like a cloak. These losses blanket this life and all of your past ones. You shed lives like a molting serpent. You are exploring the infinite paths of life. Okay, tell me more. Suddenly there appear above his head, and then suddenly to the floor, streaming out behind him like a shadow, the rebuses. Take with you this warning, he says. Each of your lives casts a shadow on existence. You must travel to a place where these shadows have gone mad and regrets have scarred the earth. Why? Wait, so I must travel to... so each time I die, a shadow lives, and I need to go to a place where they are? Is that it is? Is that what it is? Is there anything else like you can tell me? Do not sign anything. Oh... yeah, a brief series of paper-thin rebuses appear in an orderly row next to Fel, then vanish into glowing motes. Oh, very well, I won't sign anything. I can't sign anything, I don't have a name. Another series of rebuses appear, forming a spiral. They have the texture of a question about them. Do you feel complete? He asks. I don't, actually. In fact, ever since I woke up in the mortuary, I feel like something is missing. Something inside. Fel nods and a series of symbols materialize in a halo around him. You are strong. Keep faith, and you shall become whole again. I'll try. I have some other questions, though. You say you've met me before, Fel. Do you know how I died? Fel does not respond for a moment, then slowly, menacingly, 3 symbols materialize above his head, each of them casting a long shadow. And they read, shadows. Shadows? The 3 symbols swirl around each other, each leaving a faint black mist trail about them. They take on a ragged edge like teeth and talons and multiply. They multiply. Where there were 3, there is 9. 9 becomes 27 until the room is a swarm of shadows. Many shadows, apparently he says. They streamed from the darkness, swarmed you, then left you to die. Why? The shadowed symbols swirl into one, then dissolve, to be replaced with a simple symbol. I do not know, he says. The shadows. These might be spirits. Because it kind of makes sense if you think of shadows as the spirits. And the spirits have cursed me. And when I die, there's spirits that get created somehow? And that might be the reason why they cursed me, because, I don't want to be a spirit. Or whatever. Okay, so... Can you tell me anything about the tattoos on my body? Fel studies your body for a moment, walking around you. He mirrors each symbol as he examines it, then returns to face you. I know them, he says. None are by my hand. Okay, so that's another... That's good, because I really didn't get that he was my enemy, didn't get a vibe that he was my enemy, but... Now that I think about it, if he's not my enemy, then maybe his enemies, the Lady of Pain, Torment? Lady of Torment, maybe? And I got Torment on me? It's gotta be connected to that. But maybe, yeah, that's I think the lady doesn't like me. Can you tell me about some of them? Fel nods, symbols appearing around him like fireflies. The ones upon your back were scribed with a careful hand, and are directions for a mind that forgets itself. Yeah, that's my mind. The symbol that lies upon your left shoulder is the mark of Torment. Torment? The symbol from Fel sharpens, gaining edge that are almost painful to your eyes. It is Torment, he says. It is that which draws all tormented souls to you. Again, the shadows of the souls. Fel nods at your left arm and at your shoulder. The flesh knows it suffers, even when the mind has forgotten, and so you wear the rune always. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I wonder if I'm some sort of hell. If I'm hell myself, that would be... How would you even write that, actually? If that is the case, I'm looking forward to see what this is. But can you imagine the I'm not talking about the personification of hell myself, as I'm hell, oh, this is me, but me serving as hell itself, not a personification, but as the actual hell. And that's why I cannot die. And I just can recall one famous line from the Necronomicon. Even through no, how does it go? Through strange eons, even death may die. And I wonder if that's the whole theme of the game. That'll be interesting, but yeah. So I guess that's that. I guess that's not much. That's not much else to say. Never mind. Farewell. I'll see you later. He's got his letters on top of him. That's really interesting how they do that. That's really cool. Let's see if I can go through here. Oh, I can. This tattoo is a night. Sorry, yeah, is of a night black steed with dead white eyes and spines bristling from its shoulder blades. This picture shows a blackened sphere with trails of black mist floating away from it. From trails of black mist, you can see that. And this is the steed. It looks like a dragon almost, but apparently it's a steed. And over here, this design shows a series of black rivers whose courses divide, cross each other, then flow together. This design is a hollow beast with a tiny demon in its head. It looks like a frog. So this is the reference. I see a lot of straight, like, exact. It's not almost a ripoff, really, but it's not really because it's a spiritual successor. It needs to be. The Tides of Numenera draws a lot of things from this game, including these things. So wait a minute. If a little bit of metagaming, we didn't find any fel in Torment, in Tides of Numenera. Sorry. So that's good that we didn't find a fel there. At least nobody like him, anyway. There's another one of these things that look like a clock. I wonder what those are. Let's see what else we have here. Human skin has been stretched across. Oh, these are my skins. Somehow? Huh. Human skin has been stretched across these wooden frames. The skins are covered with tattoos. Human skin has been... Okay. That's a human skin? That... I mean, it's been stretched, so I guess that's a human skin. That's alright, but that looks way too big for a human. That's... But, yeah, those are my skins, apparently. I'm not really sure why or how, but if that's the case, then I don't really understand why I have scars and tattoos and all that, but yeah. And it's daytime! Look at that! It is daytime, and we can see this place and all its beautiful, colorful stuff. It actually is not very colorful at all. We have an enemy already. Oh my god, this Hive Thug doesn't like us. That's fine. All of them don't like us. That is not fine. But I do have 9 armor class, which means that's minus 5% chance that they hit me. So that's always good. Yeah, we're doing things. We're doing things for sure. But we're also ending the episode because we're out of time. So I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Planescape Planescape Torment. Why? I was gonna say Tides of Numenera, but because I had Tides of Numenera in my head. But yeah, it's the game. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video. But above all, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and for sticking with me through the outro and all that sort of stuff. Thank you very much, and I will see you next episode. Bye bye.